Hey everybody, welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this lovely little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and in this video we're going to take a look at a classic from that British band Radiohead, one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite bands. This is called High and Dry. It comes from their Bends album, which came out in the mid-90s, I think 1995. It's a great song and works really well on the mandolin, although there are some slight differences from the acoustic guitar version of the original. I'll talk about that in a minute in this video. But first, a little bit of business. If you're new here, don't hesitate to hit that little subscriber button on the lower right corner of your screen. It really helps this channel to continue to grow. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much once again for coming back. We always appreciate your support, but you can support us a little bit more by checking out all the links down below. We have links to my Learn Rock and Pop Mandolin video series, still only $29.99. We also have links to my Amazon and Sweetwater affiliates if you're looking to buy a mandolin-related product. If you're looking to buy a mandolin, there's the Johansson Mandolin link down below as well that you can check out. And if you're looking for tab for this song and over 100 other mandolin tunes, check them out on my Patreon page, Rock and Pop Mandolin on Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can sign up there and get access to all of those tabs, and it'll really help you with these videos. But that's enough business. Let's take a look at this song by Radiohead called High and Dry for mandolin here on RPM. All right, so this song is, I guess you could say it's in the key of E, right? There's some chords that are working with that key. It starts off with a little lick right at the beginning, just after that drum track intro, all right? And I'll show you that lick in a minute. But first, I want to give you basically the main chords of the song. There's really only 3 chords throughout the entire track. The chords are these ones, all right? So this one here, and then this one here, and then this one here, all right? So what are those chords? Well, they're slightly altered on the guitar, and we can alter them a little bit here on the mandolin as well, at least the first chord, which is actually an F sharp minor, and I'm adding the E note there, all right? So it's like a sus chord, F sharp minor, sus. I don't know what that sus is, but it's similar to the guitarist's chord in the original song by Radiohead, all right? I think they do a sus 2 or a sus 4 on the original, all right? So hit that F sharp minor chord, but leave that E string open down there on the bottom, all right? So you've got the 6th fret here on the G, you've got the 4th fret on your D, and then you got the open A and open E, all right? It sounds really nice. Like that. It's an F sharp minor sus chord of some kind, all right? Then the next chord is, well, I play basically an A like that, but on the original track, they play an A sus 2, so you could do that as well on the mandolin. I just think it sounds better just with that regular A chord there, all right? So that's just your 2nd fret here of the G, 2nd fret of the D, again, open A and open E, all right? So there you go, your A chord. So first, F sharp minor sus chord, then you got your regular A chord. You can even play it with a bar there if you like. I played it like that a few times as well in my opening, the opening part of this video. The final chord here is just an E major chord, right? Your basic E major chord at the bottom of the neck. It's the 1st fret of your G, and it's the 2nd fret here of the D, 2nd fret of the A. Once again, that open E, all right? So those are your chords, all right? F sharp minor, sus, A, and E, all right? And all throughout the song, well, they change up the strumming pattern a little bit, all right? So at the beginning, when you're doing that opening lick, which I'm going to show you in a minute, they just kind of strum very softly. Like that. All right, so it's down, down. So down, down, up, down, down, like that, I guess. Slowly, I'll just do it. So it's basically down, down, and then that, like that. So up, down, down, like that. So just like that. All right, so you're doing that progression during the first part of the verses and off the introduction, right? kind of emphasize it a little bit on those upstrokes. Like that. You see that? Like that. Right? Trying to emphasize those strums. All right? And that's basically it for the verses. Now, they go into the chorus, and it's the same chords once again, but this time it's a little bit more on the beat, so it's more like that. So you're just going down, 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 right? And a little strum right at the end, so like that. So they go through that in the choruses a few times, down to right into the E. So that's, again, it's F sharp minor sus, it's A and E, and on the final one you go, they just pause, they stop on that A chord for a bit, and then they go to the down to the E chord. All right, so I'll play through that one more time. Here's the verse. So a little bit softer. Right? Like that. Right? Now let's do the chorus. Like that. You see that? Whoops. Gets a little stronger, right? There, I paused with a bar chord there and then to the E, right? Like that. Okay, and that's basically it for the chords of this song. I'll show you the intro, the way I play it on the mandolin. Now, it's a little bit different than what the guitarists in Radiohead play, but it's something similar, right? So it goes like this. Like that. So what is that? Well, this is a little octave thing that he's doing, that they are doing in Radiohead, and the guitarist does an octave thing as well. I'm just doing it slightly different on the mandolin here. So, and while I'm playing this, I'm trying to mute with my thumb this G string here. You don't want that G to ring out, right? So you've got these three strings here, and those three strings, and those three, and it goes like that. You see, I'm muting. Now, Radiohead I believe they just used the two octave notes on the guitar. I'm utilizing that open A here as well, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And that A works with these chords that I'm playing here, so it actually fits. All right, so that's a little bit different than the original version on the guitar, but this is a mandolin version. I think it sounds pretty cool. So, okay, so what is that? Well, that's a 6th fret here. This is basically G sharp octaves here, all right? So that's a G sharp note, which is your 6th fret of the D string. Then I've got the open A, as I said, and then I'm hitting that G sharp as well, which is the 4th fret of your E string there. So like that. Okay, that's your chord there. And then I'm sliding down 2 frets. Okay, so now I'm at the 4th fret here, and at the 2nd fret on the E, and this is an F sharp chord, all right, with that A in the middle there. So I guess that works as an F sharp minor chord, all right? And then the 3rd chord you're going to is just a partial A chord here. You could play the full A if you want to, like I showed you before, 2, open, open. For this part of the song, I just use the 2nd fret of the D string and then open and open. So there you've got octaves as well here, the E octave with that A in the middle as well. So that's your opening lick. It goes, and then down to that E chord again. Okay, so one more time. Okay, so you see what I did there? I just basically went really slowly here. So the first time you're sliding from that G sharp to an F sharp chord, like that. Right? And then the second time, down to the A from the G sharp. So from that 6th fret down to the 4th fret octave thing, and then from the 6th fret down to the 2nd fret octave thing, and then down to the E. All right, so one more time. See? Like that. All right, and what's the strumming? Well, this is pretty tricky. I'm starting with an upstroke here, okay? You see that? So it's, and the same thing. So it's up, down, so up, down, like that. Like that. You see that? All right. One more time. A little tricky. And again, I'm muting. You see, I'm muting this G string down here. It shouldn't be ringing out. So like that. You see that? I've muted it there, right? So that's the opening lick, and they play that another time in the song as well, just after the first verse. Okay, then finally we got a little guitar solo, which is fairly easy, and it just goes again over those chords that I showed you. It goes... Okay, so what are those notes? Well, I'm using the 2nd fret here of your D string, right? It's an E note. And I'm just going one step down to the 1st fret, so... And then up to the 4th fret. 4th, 2, 1. And then... Right? And then I'm going to the next string. 6, 4 there, okay? And I change fingers here. Watch this. Watch this. See? If you change fingers there from your 2nd finger to your 1st, it's easier to get down there, right? And then you come back up again, you go, so 6, 1, and then same thing. Like that. I missed that one a little bit, but like that. So it's 2, 1, 4, 2, and then 6, 4, 6, 1, 2. And that's the little lead guitar part that's played over the, well, near the end of the song. I think they play it actually a couple times throughout the song. And again, you can even do it with a double stop on, open that A. See, like that? There, I played it cleanly that time. All right, that's your little lead lick. All right, that's it for High and Dry by Radiohead. A pretty fun song to play, but it's trickier than you think, especially to get those rhythms down. But practice it. I'm sure you'll get it, and it'll sound really great on the mandolin. Thanks very much for tuning into this video once again. We really appreciate your support. Hope you enjoyed it. And hit that little subscriber button if you're new here, and check out all the links we have down below to benefit your mandolin playing. Thanks very much for watching. Once again, RPM.